Hi, I'm Ryan Knoch of the Knoch Group at Simply Vegas Real Estate. Today's video, we're going to go over the home closing process here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Clark County to be specific. The reason that we're talking about this subject today is because we've had 3 to 4 of our potential clients from out of state ask us for this information. So we're going to try to cover this in a few short steps, be very informative, keep you up to date on what's happening here in Las Vegas. But if you haven't been to my YouTube before and you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the videos, and leave a comment below if there's anything specific you'd like to know about. Let's start by talking about the closing process. You may know how this happens and you may not know how it happens in Las Vegas. This is when the ownership interest goes from the seller to the buyer. And in this time period, you have 2 major points we have to think about. The first one is a mortgage period, and the second is a title closing. We'll go over those and explain those in this video a little bit later on. Let's start with step 1. Step 1 is the escrow process. The escrow process starts usually 24 hours after the contract has been accepted by both parties. All the terms there, the price points, the due diligence period, the inspection period, the appraisal contingencies, everything that's really important in the contract has all been agreed to by all parties. Now you're moving forward, you have 24 hours to deliver the earnest money deposit to escrow, and the escrow company is chosen by the buyer and the buyer's agent, and this company is a third party that handles the documentation, the preliminary title report, and the transfer and the holding of any funds. So that could be from the mortgage company, your earnest money deposit, which is kept by that company and not released to anybody without mutual consent, and the transfer of the money from the escrow for the closing. So all this is done in step 1, and that's with the escrow. Now let's go on to step 2, where the buyer submits their loan application. Initially, every time that our clients need financing, they meet with a local lender that's going to help them with their financing. Financing has so many different contingencies and options that we have to think about as buyers, whether you're using a conventional loan, an FHA loan, or going VA. There's a lot of myths about VAs. We can go over those in another video. But submitting the loan application, you have to think about so much things. You're gonna have to disclose your last 2 or 3 years income tax returns. You're gonna have to disclose 3 to 6 months of your bank statements and a lot of your financial ability to obtain a loan. Number 3, we're talking about the home inspection. Now the buyer pays for the home inspection, and the buyer pays for the home inspection mostly because you're protecting your investment in this property. The range fee for the home inspection could be $300 on the low end, up to $600 or $700, depending if you have a pool, a spa, the size of the property, and any of the amenities that come with the property. So lots of things to think about there. Sometimes you'll see fees for septic inspections, private well inspections, pool, spa, and gates and things like that that are included. But like we said, this is an investment that you're going to be part of for years to come, and you want to make sure that you have everything checked out in the home inspection. Number 4, we're going to be talking about the home appraisal. Now the appraisal is going to tell us the bank's true value of the property. Now I know we could be under contract for a certain price point, but the appraisal is again by a non-biased party that's going to be giving their opinion to the bank for that specific property. If there's any issues with the appraisal, we have the option to renegotiate that with the seller or even cancel. If we can't come to terms at that point, then we cancel, you get your earnest money deposit back, and then we look for another property. But usually we try to help that by coming to a good agreement on the sales price. Number 5, we negotiate any repairs that were found as default or some discrepancies in the home inspection. And again, you could cancel the contract on this point, but we can always negotiate any repairs. Sometimes the lenders have repairs that are needed, or there are issues that are brought up in the appraisal that have to be taken care of by the seller. Number 6, let's talk about homeowners association documents. I would say that 70 to 80% of the properties in the Las Vegas Valley, that includes Henderson, North Las Vegas, Summerlin, Anthem, these areas are in HOAs. Now, HOAs can be good, HOAs can be bad. People have their preferences. But the seller does have 5 calendar days to get us the Homeowners Association package for us to review. Now, in this package, we're gonna have a lot of information to take a look at. You'll have the CC&Rs, the rules and regulations, any bylaws, and the financial standing of the HOA. There could be restrictions. We can go over that package at that time, but we want to make sure that you're comfortable with the HOA rules and regulations and you sign off on that. Number 7, title review and homeowners insurance. Now, with the escrow process, they will be able to give us a preliminary title report which discloses any liens on the house, any payoffs, HOAs, water rights, mineral rights, and things like that that are on the preliminary title report. Once we clear that hurdle and we're okay with everything that's there, we're gonna look for a homeowner's insurance policy. Most of the time our clients go ahead and bundle that with their current policyholders for their insurance, auto insurance, policy, so they can put them under one umbrella. Number 8, we're gonna schedule the closing. Now, at this point, we're pretty much done with the financing part. We've been in communication with our loan officer and the mortgage company, and we're gonna schedule an actual closing date and time for us to go ahead and sign those documents. Number 9, the final walkthrough. We're almost there. The final walkthrough is really important to make sure that if anything came up negative in the home inspection and we negotiated on your behalf the repairs, the seller has the opportunity to make those repairs by the time we have the final walkthrough. Could be things as small as some electrical issues or maybe some pool stuff that needs to be fixed. At this time, those things have to be checked and confirmed that they have been done. Number 10 is signing the closing documents. Now that we've set the appointment, we're gonna meet at the escrow company with the loan officer, with an escrow officer, and myself. We've already reviewed the closing documents and the CD, which is the closing disclosures. We've gone over that paperwork, we've checked your interest rates, we've made sure that everything's done, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and that you're happy with everything and we're ready to close. Who goes to signing? At this point, if we're representing the buyer, the loan officer, myself, the escrow officer are all there at a table. We're reviewing the documents, making sure everything's taken care of. And of course, the most important part for me is to be present in case something comes up with the buyer and has any questions. I've seen a lot of agents that don't attend the closings, but it's my best day to be there with you guys. We do this multiple times throughout the day, multiple times throughout the year, and we need to make sure that our clients feel comfortable and they know everything that they're signing. So the next step is gonna be the delivery of the keys. So at that point, it's really exciting because guess what? You've got a moving truck, you've got friends, you've got family, and we might even be planning a party for you guys. So the best thing is that we get to hand deliver those keys to you with the biggest smile, and the biggest form of gratitude is to see you guys happy. So that's it. So what we were just talking about in this video was for a residential transaction, a traditional one that takes typically 30 to 45 days from opening of escrow to the closing. Now, we do have options for cash buyers, people that are either investing or buying a property here in Las Vegas. A cash buyer can close as quick as 10 days. That's another option. So let's keep that on the plate. Lastly, I want to let you guys know that if you're not in Las Vegas and you live in another city or state, we can certify the documents through a mobile notary, which would be taken care of through our escrow company for you to sign your closing documents. You don't even have to be in Vegas to sign your closing documents. So that's another way we take care of our clients, make sure it's easier for them to make the transition into Vegas, and then cover all their bases. Now, if you guys have any questions or would like some more information, give me a call. My information is listed below, and make sure that you subscribe, like, and even share this video with anybody who might need help in the Las Vegas area. Thanks, guys.